All right. Speaking of phones, I just want to go ahead and start off the show by congratulating Peter Overzet for his TikTok bit.
Thanks, Dave. Means a lot. I know you're generally kind of loath to give out compliments or to, pay a compliment to someone who's not crediting you for their success. So that means a lot.
Well, if you really think about it, it was really David who put you on, right? He was really the guy responsible for bringing Peter Overzet to the masses. So in a way,
listen, I don't want to go down that path. I will say though, like Tuttle made his own success. He made his own success by himself, but I do feel proud that I was able to give Davis and Peter the vehicles to do their thing. And Peter's actually and Peter has actually done something with that. So all right. So we have the TikTok video that how many likes does that have on TikTok?
On TikTok?
Yeah, TikTok specifically. We're TikTok. We're talking about TikTok famous. How many likes does it have?
Okay. On TikTok, looks like we're at 42 likes.
Oh, wait, let me go on like it real quick. Let's bring it back down to 41.
It has 281 views on TikTok.
Yeah. Meanwhile, 10,000 likes on Twitter and 1.3K retweets.
How many impressions, Pete?
I haven't even pulled that up.
It's got almost 300,000 views on Twitter.
So honestly, all jokes aside, what I learned from this is there are way too many fantasy football podcasts. I mean, my mentions have just been buddies tagging each other. Dude, this is you on our podcast. And I go to the Twitter feed and it's a podcast with 16 followers. There's a million of these. You can't play fantasy football without having a podcast, apparently.
I would guess that there are more fantasy football podcasts than any other niche of sports, like combined, maybe even.
Yeah. It's
my
a hobby.
wife, I showed my wife the TikTok.
My wife.
Morning. She laughed, but she also had the same comment. She's like, there's that many people that listen to fantasy football podcasts.
I think the reason it blew... Oh, go ahead.
I think it'd be applied to any sort of nerdy venture where it's like it goes from just hardcore gangster rap to hey guys, like the transition there. I know you had someone in mind when you did this too. Something had to have sparked this, and I want you to name at least one name.
You do?
I know it. I knew it. I can tell.
I was listening to a few Dynasty Fantasy Football podcasts, and it was 2 in a row. I was listening while I was doing laundry yesterday, and 2 in a row started like that. And I was like, time to put some fools in a body bag.
I need to put it on the record. My fantasy football podcast has no intro music. I just need that to be out there.
Davis, but you do have a rap song out there, so
your Takecast intro is I don't know how to explain it.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't really know that the Takecast was going to be something that existed for hundreds and hundreds of episodes. So I was just bored when I was working in a different job that wasn't, grinding fantasy every day. And so I just grabbed some royalty-free music off of freemusicintros.com or something, like some absurd podcast resource. And if I could change it, I probably would need to undergo like a whole rebrand for that now, though.
That was such a humble brag. I didn't know the Takecast was going to be so wildly successful. Otherwise, I would have taken more time to select the music.
Yeah.
I'm
proud of you, Davis.
Nothing that humble about it, Pete.
I'm proud of you, Davis. You've come a long way since the FF Wonderkin days.
Can you imagine how egregious it was of me to cancel that podcast feed when it was like, one of all the bad business decisions I've made, that's definitely one of them.
All right. So, Pete, what's your goal with the TikTok stuff? Because obviously you're killing it on Twitter. Are you just going to continue to use TikTok to be funny on Twitter? Or do you think that you could have 10,000 followers on TikTok one day?
It's funny you say that because I've been thinking about seeing if I could get some action on a prop bet on just an arbitrary number, whatever that number is, 10,000, and we come up with a date that I have to get that many actual TikTok followers.
This would be fun.
I think I could do it.
I'd be interested in booking this with you, but with like very clear terms on what you are and aren't allowed to do in terms of promotion.
No wife.
No wife would be number one.
You can't exploit your wife.
And I'd say like no giveaways, right? Like no like, oh, you like this or follow this, whatever. Just no promotional giveaways.
Unlimited props though.
Wow. Except the ultimate prop, my wife. Just delete that. That's bad.
I mean, what would be the strategy?
Off screen.
He would just have to grind it every day.
He's not going to give away his
viral
strategy.
Smiz tweets. Or
that would not be my strategy.
Pick up on all the viral memes going on.
I feel like that would be GTO. Like you like literally 100%. Whatever is trending that day, you just do that thing in the Overzet way, and you put it on Twitter. I don't know. Like is there like a TikTok Reddit where people share things? Like that would be another strategy.
I mean, producing fantasy football content's not going to do it. I'll tell you that much.
Really?
It might.
See, that's what I want to bet you on.
TikTok, zero shot.
You mean the kid that has 360,000 followers doing just
he just has to be 5? Yeah, he just has to be more young than he is right now, basically.
360,000 is Pez level on TikTok. It really is.
Not if my bet is to get to 10,000 followers.
I would also like to say Peter now had like a year ago.
I already know where this is going, and you're going to take credit for this too.
Yeah.
No.
He's going to be like, I got you 3,000 Twitter followers. Your tweet never would have taken off.
I'm not taking credit because you have done a great job with your Twitter account. And that's what I even said when I promoted it. Like, hey, this guy is too good to have this few followers. And now you have 11.6K followers. And you are creeping up hard on Tuttle. He could soon be left in the dust.
Let's not go here because I was just going to compliment you, Dave. I was just going to give you props for still having the most viral tweet of the group.
Is that true? I don't know if that's true. I have a huge one that's probably close.
25,000 likes on Dave's Antonio Brown one.
Let me go to my fave star.
All right, let's move past. Anything else you want to mention about social media, the rise of TikTok? I mean, it is funny that you put that out there, got no traction whatsoever on TikTok, but like it immediately just started going like. I mean, immediately
fantasy football virgins, not on TikTok. They are on Twitter.
Well, you know what the accelerant was? It was Worldwide Wob retweeted it, and that's what launched it. I don't think it would have done anywhere near that if he didn't get that.
You just got to take the Worldwide Rob strategy and follow hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, and I'm also going to be live streaming police car chase later today on my Periscope, so you guys can tune in for that.
Has that part of his brand really dipped since everyone's been in quarantine?
I think so. Maybe he's doing like ESPN Classics.
No. We got a couple from May 12 here.